Hello and welcome. We're going to use paint.net to crop an image and cut out the background using the magic wand. This is a very easy process, but you need to watch very carefully. Firstly, let's look at this image. There's a white background, but there is some white space above here, and I don't need all this whole image. I'm going to crop it so I've only got what I really need. I need to grab my toolbar here. If I can't see this, I need to go to Window, and that's it there. So you can see if I click it, it goes, but if it's missing, I can click on it and it will come back. We've got other windows as well that are used on paint.net, but at this stage we only need this one. But if you can't see it, go to Window and make sure it has been selected. Then we choose the rectangle select tool. Click on that. You can see my image is sort of shaded now, and I've got this little cross sitting right here. So by clicking and dragging, I can create a rectangle like so. Now, that's great. I have some space, white space here and white space there, but I've taken that out from the top. If I want to do it again, I just go ahead and do it again. So I've taken out a bit more of that white space, but I've tried to get pretty close to what's called a rectangle. Large, long side of length, smaller side width. Now once I've selected what I wanted, remember all I need to do is click and drag, then take my finger off the left mouse key. I am going to go to Image and choose Crop to Selection. Image, Crop to Selection, and you'll see that even though it's got larger in size, it's actually smaller. So let's see, I can go backwards here one step. You'll see this number down here, 2042 times 2935. That's the width and the length of the image in pixels. And pixels are tiny, itty bitty squares. Let's zoom in and have a look at some pixels. See the squares there? They're pixels. That's got 2042 going across, 2935 going down of those little pixels. Now when I press, watching this number, Image, Crop to Selection, you'll see that number has now changed, and that's a lot smaller. Alright, fantastic. So that's cropping. The next is cutting out the background. All I need to do is grab the magic wand. Okay. And then I go up to this bar here that says tolerance. I want a fairly low tolerance. You just click in there, get around about the 20 mark. Don't have to be spot on. And then click somewhere in the background that you want deleted, and then press delete. If you get this checkerboard appearance, that means there's a transparent background. That means you can see what's underneath that layer. And that's how easy it is. Now your background might be a bit different from this. So I'm going to add a background that might be closer to what yours will be. So you can see this background is not all the same color. So let's see how the magic wand works here. Click on magic wand. If I click, what the magic wand actually does is it chooses a pixel and it tries to find pixels pretty much the same color as that are connected to it and selects them. So you can see if I click there, you can see that it hasn't selected all the pixels. So I've actually got to go around and do it quite a few times. Okay, now let's just say that my tolerance is a bit smaller here. You can see it's only selected those pixels. That can be a bit frustrating. Increase the tolerance, more pixels are chosen. And one more way to tidy it up is by getting the eraser. Looks like a rubber there, an eraser. Go and choose a pixel size. And if I hold the button down, you can see I can actually rub out. Or I can just go through and click, 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 or hold the mouse down. Oh, I accidentally chopped out half his neck. Don't panic. I can go to the history and click backspace, or I can go up here, undo, or I can go edit, undo. So magic wand's easiest if you've got a really good background that's uniform. There we go. So I've deleted that and I've got a great transparent background. The other thing is that if you want to save it like that, if you're only halfway through, if you're still working on your project, you're putting another background underneath, go File, Save As. Now it's best that you keep it as a paint.net file for now. Call it layer 1 or top layer, and that will save. And then you can do the layer underneath, which is step 2.